Welcome, race fans, to your Denso NHRA Sonoma Nationals Preview presented by RedshirtFriday.com. Race number 2 on the NHRA Western Swing stops at Sonoma Raceway, where all eyes will be on our most recent national event winners, Leah Pruett and Robert Hight. After picking up her first win on the 2022 season and first top field victory for Tony Stewart Racing, Leah Pruett looks to become the first female to sweep the Western Swing and the first driver to do it since Antron Brown back in 2009. Robert Hight, driver of the Jon Force Racing AAA Funny Car, leads the point standings heading into Sonoma after winning his 5th race of the season at the NHRA Mile High Nationals in Denver, as he now sets his sights on being just the second funny car driver to ever sweep the Western Swing since his boss Jon Force did it in 1994. The Denso NHRA Sonoma Nationals marks the 12th stop on the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series Tour. With 5 races remaining before the start of the NHRA playoffs, all drivers look to bring their best to Sonoma Raceway as they prepare to fight for their spot in the countdown to the championship. There will be 17 top field dragsters and 16 NITRO funny cars on the property this weekend, all looking to go rounds with the hopes of hoisting the NHRA Sonoma Nationals Wally on Sunday. In funny car, Matt Hagan sits second in the series standings with 3 wins on the season. Hagan comes off a disappointing first-round loss on the mountain in Denver to Jack Wyatt. Heading back to sea level, expect Dickie Venables and the team to be a serious contender for not just Sonoma, but for the remainder of the NHRA season. Bob Tasca and the Motorcraft Quick Lane Ford Mustang has runner-up finishes at the last 2 NHRA national events. Is this the weekend where Bob Tasca and team find their way into the winner's circle? Team owner and Toyota driver Ron Capps heads into Sonoma Raceway with 2 national event wins on the season, sitting 3rd in the funny car point standings. Can Ron continue to bring the fight to Robert Hight and Matt Hagan in hopes of winning at his favorite track on tour? Or will this be the weekend Toyota teammates J.R. Todd or Alexis Joria grab their win for Toyota? J.R. Todd picked up his first ever funny car victory at the Sonoma Nationals back in 2017. Will NHRA champion J.R. Todd and the Yellow Fellas turn things around and finally hoist a Wally here in 2022? NHRA fan favorite Alexis Joria wants nothing more than to win races in funny car. With veteran Del Worsham tuning, you can never count out the Bandero Tequila Rocket Phones Toyota GR Supra. Cruz Pedregon and the Snap-on Tools team have been off to a slow start here in 2022, but can never be counted out. Pedregon heads into wine country with one thing in mind.
Just win, baby!
Cruiser looks to add his name into the championship discussion in funny car. Will it be Sonoma they turn things around and grab a win? 16-time funny car champion Jon Force continues to be a force in funny car competition at the age of 73. With 1 win on the season and sitting 4th in the standings, you can expect Jon to be in the hunt for win number 156 in his career. Many other notable drivers looking to have a breakout weekend in Sonoma include NHRA veteran Tim Wilkerson, Blake Alexander, Jim Campbell, Terry Haddock, and Jason Rupert. In Top Fuel, Steve Torrance looks to add his name to the list of winners this season as he and the Capco boys defend their 2021 Sonoma Nationals Top Fuel title. Will this be the weekend we see Steve back in the winner's circle? Top Fuel points leader Mike Salinas has snagged an impressive 4 wins on the season with no end in sight. Expect to see the Pep Boys Team Scrappers dragster late into eliminations on Sunday. After a strong start to the season, Brittany Force heads into Sonoma with 3 victories in 2022 and just 10 points out of number 1 in the standings. Expect record-breaking numbers from the team this weekend, but will it be enough for a win at the Sonoma Nationals? NHRA rising star Justin Ashley with tuner Mike Green have every intentions of mixing up the Top Fuel field. Justin, with 2 wins already this season, has a good chance to be victorious in wine country. Coletta Motorsports drivers Doug Coletta and Sean Langdon are building momentum here at the halfway point of the season. Langdon is looking for his first win after a few runner-up finishes, including last weekend in Top Fuel against Leah Pruett. On the other side of Coletta Motorsports, Doug Coletta is hoping Alan Johnson and the team can turn things around this weekend in hopes of contending for an NHRA title. NHRA superstar Tony Schumacher returns to Sonoma Raceway in his Maynard family Top Fuel dragster after a wild ride in Denver. Tony sits 12th in the points with 5 races remaining as he sets his sights on going rounds in hopes of qualifying for the top 10 in the countdown to the championship. One driver to keep watch this weekend has to be Josh Hart and the R&L Carriers dragster. Ron Douglas and the team have shown their strength at every national event on tour. With racing heading back to sea level, it wouldn't surprise me or the rest of the Top Fuel field to see Josh Hart hoisting a Wally on Sunday. NHRA young gun Austin Prock looks for a breakthrough weekend with veteran tuner Ron Tobler in hopes of grabbing their first win together as a team. Can Austin add his name to the list of championship contenders? Will Sonoma be a breakout race for the team? With the unexpected season struggles NHRA champion Antron Brown has faced this season, is there any chance for hope? Is it possible to see this team come back and be a force they once were? With tuners Mark Oswald and Brian Karate, anything's possible. There is no better place to turn things around than this weekend in Sonoma, California. Notable drivers that look to get off to a strong start this weekend in Top Fuel include Clay Milliken, Alex Laughlin, Cameron Ferre, and Jim Maroney. With many tough competitors on the property for this weekend's 2022 Denso NHRA Sonoma Nationals, all eyes will be set on Leah Pruett and Robert Hight. It's been 13 years since a driver has swept the Western Swing. Is 2022 the year we see new faces add their name to the history books? Make sure to follow along with all the action on NHRA.tv and the Fox Broadcast Show. I'm Andrew Morales, and we'll see you in Sonoma.